Hey good people, this is Ahmed Minawa from MinawaTube, and today we're gonna talk about cost of living in Thailand in 2021. So we're living through a pandemic right now, so apparently some things have changed but very slightly. But I'm gonna give you the budget. I'm gonna give you the budget. What is the budget that you need when you're living in Thailand, whether you're working here or you're retired here in Thailand? What is the kind of the budget that you would need to get through the month? So let's start the video right now. So first of all, let's talk about the currency exchange rate according to the rates on in February 2021. So for a dollar, you will get 31 Thai baht. You might get 30 depending on where you go. And if you're coming from Europe, for a euro, for 1 euro, you will get 36 to 37 Thai baht, depending of course also on where you go and exchange. And if you're coming from England, you will get a rate of 41 to 42 Thai baht for 1 pound. So these rates are not stable, so this is a disclaimer. When you come to Thailand and you try to exchange your currency, it might not be exactly as I'm telling you right now. This is for February 2021. Okay, so let's make something clear right now. This budget is not for tourists whatsoever, neither even backpackers. As we all know that if you're a tourist or even a backpacker, your budget is never stable. It just depends on what you do and how much you spend on the day. So this is for people who are either expats here in Thailand, working in Thailand, or you are retired and you want to live in Thailand and spend the rest of your life in Thailand. So you want to think like, how much would it take for me to get through a month here in Thailand? So the budget varies. For some people, 20,000 baht is totally enough for them. 20,000 baht is equivalent to $400, like $400, $370. That is enough for them for a month. And for other people, that's not enough whatsoever. For other people, they would need, like for example, 60,000 baht, or even some of them up to 80,000 baht a month, because they live a different kind of life. They have a different kind of lifestyle, and they want to spend much more. So let me break it down for you, so you know where does this money all go, because it doesn't make sense that somebody can survive with 20,000 baht and living totally a normal life, and another person can survive and needs like 80,000 baht. So let's break it down. Let's start first with transportation. Transportation is very important here in Thailand. So if you have a motorbike or you're using the public transportation, that will vary of course in expenses. But let's put it like this. Let's say you're living in Bangkok, so most probably you wouldn't need to have your personal transportation, because you have a lot of means of transportation. You have the MRT, you have the BTS, you have the public bus, you have the boats that go through the river. So you have many ways to get around, and way faster than if you have your own motorbike or car. So you can have an average in your head that daily you would spend on transport, what's equivalent to, let's say, an average of 150 baht. Let's say going to work, coming back from work, going to eat somewhere, or going to the mall and then going back home. So you would say like 150 baht would be enough for you for 4 trips on the BTS. But if you take a private taxi, of course that will be way more. And if you of course take the public bus or public transportation, that would be way less. So when it comes to transportation in Bangkok, you would actually need an average of 150 baht. That's around $5 a day. But let's look at it. If you're out of Bangkok, which a lot of expats are actually living out of Bangkok, what would you need? You would need to rent or buy a motorbike. And if you rent or buy a motorbike, you would need to fill up fuel. That's gonna be your main expense every week, and that will cost you like 120 to 150 baht for a full tank of fuel, which, depending on how often you move around, would take you minimum of 3 days up to 7 days, depending on how much and how far do you go with that motorbike. So yeah, that is the budget when it comes to transportation. So let's talk about bills. Bills meaning electricity bills, phone bills, etc. So you have several bills you pay here in Thailand like any other country in the world. Electricity bill usually now it depends on how you use your electricity. For Thai people it's usually gonna be lower than you because they know really how to deal with their electricity. But if you want to deal with electricity the same way you deal with it back home, like watch TV, keep the TV on all the time, let's say use an electric cooker and laptop and everything is on, lights are on, whatever you need to use the electricity for, you use it. That's gonna cost you 1,500 baht. That maybe maximum you go up to 2,000 baht. Okay, but that's of course when you pay personally your electricity bill. If your landlord is paying for your electricity bill, it's gonna be definitely higher than that. But if you use electricity as much as you like, 1,500 baht, that's around $50 a month you pay for electricity. When it comes to water is very cheap. I will tell you maximum 60 baht, but it will be always less than that. So that's having 3 showers a day and yeah, cleaning and everything. 50 baht, 60 baht, that's max. Internet, you're gonna need some money. If you need internet on your phone, you're gonna pay between 500 to 800 baht depending on the speed and the package you get. But if you put internet at home, maybe it can be even higher, 700 to 1,000 baht, depending also on the package, 4G, what kind of package you want. But you can keep an average when it comes to the internet and the phone bills of 700 baht a month. Now, of course, other kind of bills, for example, like gym membership. Gym membership in Thailand is a bit expensive. So you might pay around 2,000 baht a month, which is around 60 to $70. Yeah, you will pay around that cost for gym. Sometimes it might go higher than that. If you want to do training of Muay Thai, you might pay $1,000 a month. Not $1,000 a month. You might pay around $100 a month for that. So regular gym is cheaper, but Muay Thai is gonna be more expensive because a lot of people like to do that, including the locals, of course. So yeah, that's when it comes to bills. So these are the general bills, and of course it's up to you. If you have more bills, you will add to that. When it comes to food in Thailand, you won't run out of options. You would have a lot of Thai food to explore, and you will have, of course, international food, especially in Bangkok and Phuket and other tourist city. But generally, you would most of the time, if you're an expat, you would most of the time maybe eat either fast food or you eat Thai food. And that won't cost you a lot. So if you're eating outside all the time, you don't like to cook, you eat outside all the time, you might brace yourself for let's say a budget of 1,000, an average of 1,000 to 1,500 every day, every week, for example. That's a weekly budget that you have. If you do a lot of fine dining and you like to eat international food almost every day and stuff like that, maybe you can stretch that to $100, around 3,000 baht a week. But generally I would say that for a whole month you won't need more than 10,000 baht or maximum 15,000 baht. That's if you're really going for fine dining and stuff like that. But you can go as low as 3,000 baht as a whole budget for your whole month. If you're really very careful in what you eat street food, you pay like around 30-40 baht for each meal. You can actually go that low when it comes to eating for a whole month, but that is very hard to pull off for. So I would tell you like 5,000 baht is more reasonable. So that's when it comes to food. When it comes to nightlife, it depends, of course, on your budget. Some people, especially let's say expats, some of them are not into the nightlife, or they rarely go into the nightlife. It's mostly something for tourists and people who retire here in Thailand. But if you're one of those people who really enjoy nightlife, you're gonna spend a little bit of money, a little bit too much of money. So when it comes to nightlife, if you let's say you go out only on the weekend and stuff like that, your bill might go up to 1,500 baht just for the weekend. And if you're not very careful on the way you're spending, you can go up to 5,000 baht just on the weekend, just for a night out, depending on, of course, how much you want to spend and on who you're spending. People who have been to Thailand know what I'm talking about here. So yeah, so that is the budget that will be for the nightlife. Okay, so if you're here, if you want to enjoy your nightlife, just make sure that you have a good budget for that. That won't fit whatsoever people who get low salaries like 25,000 baht or 20,000 baht. That's gonna be very very hard for them to pull off or to finish the month with that money if they go and have a nightlife and spend like crazy. Finally, this is my favorite budget. This is the budget that I really look forward for. The budget that I put on the side to explore Thailand. So whenever I get a chance, I travel around the country and I explore as much as possible. Everybody manages to spend a lot of time in Thailand, and if you get the chance to spend a lot of time, maybe a year or more, you would like to travel around the country. You want to go north to Chiang Mai, you would want to go south to Phuket, you would want to explore many other places and spend time, not just be on a hurry that you have to visit this place just for some hours and disappear. You can spend even a day or two in any city you want. So that might cost you a little bit more, especially when it comes to national parks. You will pay a different fee than the local Thai, so that might cost you. Like for example, if you go to Koh Samet, which is very very near to Bangkok, it's a beautiful national park beach. You will pay 400 baht as an entrance. That is around $12. But for a Thai person, they will pay like what? Some kind of peanuts, around $2 or something like that. Like it's gonna be very very cheap for them. So you need to have a good budget if you like to travel, or save some money and then travel in your holidays, for your holidays, whether it's New Year or whether you have a couple of weeks. You can travel and enjoy traveling. So you just have to make a very good budget. I won't give you a budget here, but I will tell you the average is 10,000 baht for a week traveling around different parts of Thailand. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it was really useful for you. So in case you're planning to come to Thailand and living here for long term, I hope this will give you a little bit of a push. There's a lot of forums out there that can give you much more in detailed information. I hope this video was useful to you. Please like if it was good for you, subscribe and comment down below. Thank you again for watching. See you in my next video.